No details on an agenda for next month's talks were announced, but the two Koreas have been discussing a range of issues, from a possible peace declaration to joint economic and infrastructure projects. After Monday's talks, Ri Sung-kwon, the chairman of a North Korean committee aiming for the peaceful reunification of the peninsula, told his South Korean counterpart, Unification Minister Cho Myung-jin, it was important to clear obstacles preventing inter-Korean relations from moving forward. If the issues that were raised at the talks aren't resolved, unexpected problems could emerge and the issues that are already on the schedule may face difficulties, Ri said, without giving details. One issue that has angered North Korea recently has been the case of a dozen North Korean restaurant workers who came to the South in 2016 via China. The North says they were abducted by the South and should be returned, and has raised the possibility of the issue creating an obstacle to the reunion of some families divided by the 1950-53 Korean War, planned for next week. Cho did not say if North Korea had raised the case of the restaurant workers on Monday, merely saying it had not brought up new issues. There were mentions that if there are problems to be resolved by both sides, on humanitarian issues or for the development of inter-Korean relations, we should do it, the minister told reporters. Cho said the two sides had exchanged views on the North's denuclearization and on a peace mechanism to replace the armistice that ended fighting during the Korean War. Moon and Kim agreed during their first summit to push for a declaration of an end to the Korean War together with the United States this year, but Washington has said it would only be possible after the North abandons its nuclear program. Last month, the North state media criticized the South, accusing it of caring only about the views of the United States and failing to take practical steps to advance inter-Korean relations. South Korea hopes to restart efforts on a cross-peninsula railway and a joint industrial park but has been cautious about major projects due to international sanctions chiefly engineered by Washington over the North's nuclear and missile programs. The North has urged the United States to end the sanctions, saying it had made goodwill gestures, including a moratorium on nuclear and missile tests, the dismantling of a nuclear site, and the return of the remains of some U.S. soldiers killed in the Korean War. The North is asking the South to play a bridging role as they want the United States to speed up progress in declaring an end to the war officially, said Seo Yusok, a researcher at the Institute of North Korean Studies in Seoul. Ri said the two sides had agreed on a date for the summit, but he declined to elaborate.